Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I am All Hunter Jr., the truth and not a rumor, and this is the Surround Sound Podcast. We got a very special guest that I'll be bringing on in just a matter of moments. Just real quick, make sure you go and follow us on all socials. It's a lot of you guys that'll be following and viewing this from Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Make sure of course, throw in your comments for our guest. If you have any questions for me, of course, we will try to get to those as many as we can. Nonetheless, our guest for today is a native of Tennessee, Memphis and West Tennessee to be exact. He is the founder and the curator of a very special Mem Hop hip hop festival here in the state. It's going to be a few different places, man. You're going to definitely be able to check it out. His name is Jason the Hater. We're going to ask him why and how he got that name, and also how did he come up with the name of the Undugu Hip Hop Fest. We'll go ahead and then bring him on in. Okay, let's bring him on, Mr. Jason the Hater. What's going on, my guy?
Hola, sir. I hope life is treating you kindly today.
Okay, so for everyone viewing, this dude is a character, okay? This dude is a character. But to answer your question, Jason, I am absolutely awesome. It's sunny outside. I don't know. I heard in Memphis it snowed a little bit or something like that. I saw ice on
I
my
didn't
car. Did you see
I didn't
ice on
see
your car?
any snow. It was plenty of ice this morning that I had to defrost before attending work. But it is sunny outside, and I hope it's drying up some of our grass
Yeah,
outside.
you go drive the grass.
Yeah, I gotta have
No
practice.
doubt, no doubt. That's right. That's right. And we got to get into all of the different facets of Jason the Hater. But let's start off with the name, bro. How, why, where did it come from, Jason the Hater? Because I should be booing
Well,
you right now.
this is very true. Also, you see, when I first started to get into the rhyming arena, I saw so many people begging and asking audience members to show them love and make noise and clap for them. And at the same time, I was
Uh huh.
substitute teaching, and kids were talking about their favorite shoes and their favorite athletes. I was like, them dudes, they look terrible. Them dudes some slaw. And then they said, Coach, you just
Uh
hate.
huh.
And then all of the songs were about player, why you hating. Don't hate the player, I hate the game, so forth and so on. So I just decided to be the
Yeah.
one that everybody was talking about. The only difference between me and other haters, I'm not gonna hate
Yeah.
behind your back.
Uh huh.
You're gonna know what to expect is
Okay.
coming. So just accept it, you know. Because asking for love and the audience and all that, that's sucker stuff. And so I don't want no
It
parts
is.
of that.
Okay. I get it. I get it, my brother. I get it, my brother. Um, Hater,
Yes, sir.
you okay? So we both are esteemed graduates and alumni of the mighty Haven High School. Um, what do you
No doubt
okay?
about it.
You rep? Go ahead. I can
No
dig it.
doubt.
What do you
All
do
day.
in Haven? Aren't you currently there in a capacity?
Well, yes, my job description is to I teach the art of following directions. Do what I say, when I say, how I say, and only if I say.
Everybody needs a somewhat of a disciplinarian coach as you are. So yeah, I definitely understand that. That is a valuable art.
Correct. We need more and more people like that.
This is true. This is true. Um, with that being said, don't you coach a sport?
Currently, I coach softball here at Whitehaven High School. I coached football for about 20 years up until the pandemic. The good Lord
Mhm.
blessed us to be successful and win some big
Yes,
time games. And
no
so
doubt.
now uh, I moved to softball and in attempts to uh, build something here for our young ladies as well. It's a work in progress, but now if we ever get women's flag football here in Memphis, like they do have in some high schools, we'll try my hand at that as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome, brother. Um, Real quick, because we definitely got to get into the Grizzlies. We got to get into the Super Bowl. We got to get into Undugu Festival and so many other things. But real quick, sports in the
Right,
in the in the women's sphere is growing by
right,
leaps and bounds.
all right.
What information? What type of uh, currency would you give to a young lady, a young woman that is possibly thinking about getting into the sports arena?
Well, I would like to say that for the young ladies who are aspiring to be a well-rounded individual and a person, that they should dabble in sports because it'll be just partaking in being around others and what's the word I'm
Mhm.
looking for, in team sports, and being able to deal with so many different personalities and emotions and all that type of crap, and then going through sports to be mentally tough, practicing being mentally tough could be something that can spill over in life. And when you get
Yeah,
20 and 30 years old, so many women try to start running and exercising. It's too late. They need to start early. The earlier the better. That goes for all people.
this is very true. This is very
Very
true
true.
because I
Very
know.
true.
Yeah, because I do the same exercises that I did when we were on that football field. The same
Correct.
stretches. Calisthenics,
Right.
push-ups, sit-ups. I mean, it's like ingrained. Like that's what I need to do to warm up my body. And you are
Right.
very, very, very true.
Yeah.
Very
So
correct
so
in that
sport
it'll
sports
it's something that
many
will flow.
sports and team sports is a microcosm of things that are happening in life. So the earlier you get to it
Very,
and practice and train, the better it'll be for you outside of sports,
very,
in my
very true.
opinion.
Okay, so Jason, Memphis has a long line of rich musical tradition. I'm talking
This is
about from
true.
the Rufus Thomases to the BB Kings, coming on down to Stax, just up the way from you, uh, the home of Tina Turner. I
Correct.
also realized here recently, Gil Scott Heron spent a lot of time in the Jackson area, which is in West Tennessee. Not
Smokey
even to
Robinson.
mention, 3 6 ball MJG. What you say, Smokey Robinson?
Smokey Robinson. His grandmother's from Orange Mound. He spent his summers in Memphis.
That I did not know. So we're gonna add him onto that as well. And then I mean just Tennessee period with country music here in this area. I mean, up and down I-40 is nothing but music. But what would you say were your influences to get into the music scene?
I'm glad that you asked that question. Even though I was blessed by my parents and so forth to have my dad to go to Pop Tunes every Friday and buy records, and to go to concerts with my
Yeah,
folks at the fair
yeah.
to see Cool in the Gang, the Barcades, to see Chuck Berry and all that type of stuff, and even to go to the Mid South Coliseum for the Fresh Fest with Houdini, Run DMC, LL, and all that. My inspiration to do music simply comes from out of being a disgruntled hip hop fan. Uh, Around
Mm,
95, 96, when hip hop music started going into the toilet, uh, I had
mhm.
I was forced to go do some type of rap music that I might halfway like myself, even though I'm horrible at it as well. But yeah, so I just really got
You
inspired
even hate on
because
yourself.
I was a, say that again.
I said you even hate on yourself.
Well, you see, it's no discrimination in the hate. The hate goes, if I'm gonna do it 100%. Can you dig it? The
All the way. Yeah.
no doubt. So me just being a disgruntled hip hop head is what made me get into the music.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. Once again, for everybody that is currently joining us, we are in here with the curator, the founder of the Undugu Hip Hop
The
Fest, Mr.
Undugu.
Jason the Hater. Yeah, and you have to say it like that. You just can't say Undugu. You have to
Right.
Undugu Hip
The
Hop Fest.
Undugu.
Okay, so Jason, what would you say is your rap style? Do you have a rap style? Because I mean, mostly hip hop down south, or at least in Memphis, something with heavy bass, repetitive, hooks. What would you say your hip hop style is? Does it flow with that?
Well, my style is what I would call a hot mess. But in addition to it being a hot mess, I'm just more of a beats and rhymes individual. I'm more. I tend to side more with a boom bap type of sound. I'm a boom bapper. But however, though,
Okay.
I have the
Okay.
ability to make a
East Coast.
subpar rhymes over any kind of beat.
Okay, so that's more of an East Coast style when it comes to the boom bap, correct?
Well, I'm glad you said that. It is.
That,
It
that's
is a
that's
East.
when I
It's
hear boom bap, I feel like that's East Coast.
right. So the reason it is necessarily labeled as East Coast is just mainly simply because that's where it started. You dig what I'm saying? It's not necessarily
I do.
boom bap because it's East Coast. It just comes from there. So even our people, Ball and G, Paul, all of even NWA, all of them had to be fans of East Coast rappers at first because that's where it came from. That's where they all come from over there. So I
Okay.
instead of adapting to the change of it, I just more so stick to the original to how it was at first, as opposed to just because it's East Coast. Can you dig it?
I can. And since we're right there with certain people that you're mentioning, who are like who are your biggest influences? Who are some of your favorites from way back when all the way up through?
All right, so I'm gonna give you my top five of all time. Can you dig it? All right, number five is the
Okay, top
great, right? Is the great underrated, devastating microcontroller DMC of Run DMC. Number four would be the
five. Okay.
God MC, Rakim. Number three would be the great Big Daddy Kane. Number two is the teacher KRS One, and the greatest rapper of all time is LL Cool J.
Wow. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna hate
Now,
on that.
okay,
Boo.
now,
I'm hating on
now,
that.
now, let me give you my top Southern rappers, right? That is
Okay, we can rock with it.
Ball, MJG, Scarface, the DOC.
Mm-hmm.
Those my top
Texas, Dallas,
Southern.
Texas is very own.
Correct. Dallas, Texas, very own the DOC. How now? DOC barring car accident will be a top five, top 10 rapper of all time.
I've heard. I get it. Um, Maybes and kindas. I get it. I've heard that DOC is awesome. That's just like a little bit before I really started, into the music. Like my
Okay.
top five is somewhere between uh, um, DJ Paul, CeeLo, Andre 3000. I can throw in some Jay-Z and Biggie.
Understood.
And maybe just on the outskirts, I throw in J. Cole and Tupac. But hey, that's just where I am.
I
Let's
got you.
dip into this hip hop festival.
Yes, sir. The
Why did you
Undugu.
call it the Undugu?
All
Why
right.
is it?
Well,
What is this about?
so I was performing at this place very often called the House of Mtenzi in Memphis, and Mtenzi is a Swahili word. I believe it means art. I may be wrong. However, I just like the sound of Mtenzi. So a guy, DJ
Oh,
SP1 from Chicago, called me. He said, "Man, you should throw a festival
yeah.
in Memphis. I'll bring the crew down. We have
Uh huh.
shirts, so forth, and all that." So he said, "You got to find a name for it." So I
Hmm.
went down the Swahili words and I saw Undugu. and Undugu means brotherhood. So I said, well, it got a
Mm,
good meaning. It sound funny. They'll laugh when I say it, but once I tell them what it means, they'll be like, oh. So that's how I
yeah.
came up with the Undugu. And it's also close to
They be like, oh,
underground. It sound look a little bit like it might mean some underground, but it just means brotherhood.
okay. So basically, it's the Brotherhood Hip Hop Fest.
Yeah, something like that. In translation, however,
I think that's dope.
right, right, right. Right.
I think that's
It's,
dope
it's
though.
decent.
Hater. I think that's dope though. If it's one thing that I think hip hop music right now currently needs, it is brotherhood. When
Agreed.
it comes to just thinking about it in the last 5, 10 years, I mean, just in Memphis alone, with certain, I won't even get into it, but with
Right,
certain
right.
deaths um, of of epic proportions,
Correct.
that is definitely something that is definitely needed. Okay, so what are the dates
Hold on,
for
wait.
the
Let me
hip hop
bag
fest?
back. Let me bag back if I may. You dig? All right. So,
Well, okay.
brotherhood amongst rappers, right? Now, what the common
Right,
thing has to be is being able to be competitive and be respectful in the same light. You don't got to like each other. You don't have to like one style. But as long as you have an understanding that
right.
it's just rap. So my issue is these folks are in the MCing business, but their beef is not handled through MCing. It's handled through
Yeah.
some real in the world type stuff. But it has really nothing to do
Hmm.
with the music. You dig what I'm saying? So that's my issue. It's kind of yeah. They don't have they don't have skills in conflict resolution. Can you dig? That's what we more so than
That
brotherhood.
is
We need
also what
skill in conflict resolution.
I. Hey, I definitely feel you on that. I'm with you 100 grand, my man. That is exactly what we need. It's a lot of people that have a lot of emotion, you know,
Right,
about another individual, and then
right,
next thing you know, it spills over and possibly other lives are taken. So I'm definitely with you
right.
on that. Um, and what are the dates of the Undugu Hip Hop Festival?
The Undugu will be Memorial Day weekend, May 25th through the 27th. It's 3 days of the elements of hip hop, DJing, MCing. We would like to add some b-boying, but we're looking thin on the b-boy scene, or I haven't been able to contact many, but I would like to involve that as well. But the main event at the Undugu Hip Hop Festival is the Monday morning co-ed flag football game, which is really the main reason that I threw the festivals to have an excuse to play a football game.
But now you've incorporated most of the elements of hip hop, and now it all work out.
I mean, just by chance. I ain't got no complaints about it.
I I'm not mad at that. Real quick, what are the rules for the Undugu Hip Hop Festival?
The Undugu Hip Hop Festival, uh, you know, got one major rule. When you come to rap,
What that one maybe?
man, do not come rapping over your words. I don't want to see not a damn person rapping over their words. Now, this is a hip hop festival. We don't do no. Some people have asked me, could they come do? You know, it's not to be disrespectful, but this is not time. This is not a poetry set. It ain't an R&B set.
Not a
It's
poetry,
beats and
not an
rhymes.
R&B.
Beats and rhymes. We
Beats
come to
and rhymes.
rap,
It's rap.
and we want to hear you rap
We
over some
rap.
instrumental rapping, rapping.
And that's an excellent segue because the versus battle, right, had
Correct.
people rapping over beats. I mean, rapping over their rhymes or rapping over
It's hard.
lyrics in the locks and
Horrific.
Dipset, right? Right.
Right.
Okay,
Correct.
so see the vision right here with me. I posted 3 6 Mafia and Wu Tang Clan would have been a much better versus battle than 3 6 Mafia and the boys from Cleveland. Now, the reason why I say this is because both had in-house production.
Okay.
Wu-Tang Clan had RZA, Paul and Juicy with 3-6. Then on top of that, they had, I'm talking about, if you take the energy from these two groups, it would have blew the roof off of whatever venue they were in. Now, I posted that, and then you tell me that I'm wrong. So you hated on me. Why?
Well,
Or
number
who
one,
would you say would be a better versus battle?
well, whether you did something right or wrong, I hate on you. That's number one.
Exactly.
Number two,
That's number one.
3-6 is 3-6 gonna wrap over their words. You know, they say there's a difference between bumping and spitting. You did. I think 3-6 more so bumping than they are spitting.
They bump.
Wu-Tang more spitting, but Wu-Tang gonna
Okay.
Wu-Tang is Wu-Tang gonna do more. They're gonna do, you know, they might, hopefully they will rap over there. They're performers, you know what I mean? I think 3-6 more, you know, they crunk, but I don't know if they're more so performers, you know what I mean? So I seen Method Man alone as a performer is a different type of dude, you know what I mean? And it just depended on where they would have done it. But anyway, I don't think 3-6 versus Wu-Tang would have been a good deal. 3-6, it may have been better than 3-6 versus Ball and G.
Okay.
I don't know. That's tough. That's a tough one. It had to be, or 3-6 versus Dungeon Family. Perhaps.
Wow. Okay. Okay. We'll let you the guest. So we gonna let you get away with that. Next up, Super Bowl.
Right.
All right. Okay. So first of all, one time to your people, Maurice Harris, Mo Harris was at the Haven when I was there. I just want to say big up to him, real quick. Now, what did you see as far as the Super Bowl went? What did you see that caused one team to win and one team to lose? If for everyone that does not know, the San Francisco 49ers lost to the Kansas City Chiefs in overtime by 3 points. So once again, the Kansas City Chiefs are Super Bowl 58 champions. But what did you see? And hold on, I'm sorry. So the reason why we're asking Jason the hater this, because this guy is accomplished. He went to University of Memphis, quarterback out of Whitehaven, full ride to the University of Memphis. So why do you say San Francisco lost or Kansas City won?
Let me say this first. I did go to Memphis. I rode the bench, and there's that on that.
That's cool.
This game here, Super Bowl, two top teams, it really basically comes down to who had the ball last. It was going to be that type of game. Whoever had the ball last. Now, the only thing that I may have possibly wished the 49ers did was have an understanding that Pat Mahomes and Kansas City going to do whatever it is they needed to win. So I wish the 49ers would have went forward and attempted to score a touchdown as opposed to kick the field goal in overtime. If they miss it, if they didn't get it, make them drive 90. But I just wish the 49ers would have had an understanding that if Kansas City get the ball, they're going to go do what they need to do to win.
Yeah, so we need to have as many points when they get the ball as we can.
Right. Too many three. You can't. If you're going to beat the champ, you got to knock out the champ. 3 points. 3 points ain't going to do it. Right. So, we didn't watch enough football to know that when you got a champ, you gotta knock the champ out. You can't just beat the champ. You gotta beat the champ.
I can dig it. Speaking of,
let me make one mention though. I want to make one mention. The film does not support anybody claiming that Brock Purdy is not cold. Brock Purdy is the truth. So far in the league, the film and the games he has played. Right.
Because now I get to talk about this. So you need to tell now you said cold. Now you said cold now. I'm from Memphis, you from Memphis.
Cold.
Whitehaven, you from Whitehaven.
He
We say
cold.
cold. That is exemplary talent.
He cold.
That is not mundane talent. That is regular talent. That
He
is not
cold.
above average. That is exemplary talent.
No doubt.
Would you agree?
He cold.
Okay,
Yes.
so just for everybody that's looking, that's watching, a person that we would say is cold would have been Penny Hardaway, Elliot Perry, in the
Right.
basketball arena.
Right.
Right? Okay, so you telling me right now
Right.
that when it comes to Brock Purdy quarterbacking in the NFL, that he is cold.
He cold. All right, so hear me out.
Are you a 49ers fan?
I like 49ers, yeah. Now, hear me out. All right, you ready for
Okay,
this?
go for it. Go for it. I gotta hear this.
All right.
I'm ready.
This is a cat that freshman year in high school took whoever spot, started 4 years. Same cat that go to college,
Okay.
Big Ten college. Come in at third string, take over first string, start for 4 years. Played the likes of Oklahoma now, so forth and so on. He barred out. Gets drafted to the San Francisco 49ers. They got a first round pick. They got a dude that's been bagged up for Tom Brady. At that camp, the coach go to the manager and say, "Man, probably the best quarterback we got out there." So he go out there and take two people's spot. After he take two people's spot, his first year he go to NFC Championship. His second year he go to the Super Bowl. Now, most people, the film shows this dude throws the dig route, the post route, the crosser on the money. He throw the out from the opposite hash consistently on the money. The man throw the corner ball. He throw the back shoulder fade, the deep ball. He make all the throws. The man it's not a film it's not a film out there to verify anybody saying the man ain't coming.
You heard it first, folks. You heard it first from the hater. He didn't hate on Brock Purdy. But to your point, you ain't lying. You are not lying. There is still something though that guy is missing.
Experience.
I don't know what it is, but
just experience. That's it.
Okay. Is that
without
what it
question? Is? We say Joe Burrow called, correct?
Yeah, and that's what's funny because Joe Burrow, Brock Purdy, and Joe Montana to me are mirror images of each other. You can throw Tom Brady in there too. All of them are mirror images of each other. So to be honest, and another podcast pundit said that Brock Purdy was just a game manager. All four of them are just game managers. And when it comes to Purdy and Burrow, they got a little bit get going on. They can get away, but to be honest, they're mostly game managers. So yeah, thank you for your analysis, QB of Whitehaven and University of Memphis fame. Real quick, what are your upcoming presentations? When are your upcoming performances?
This is
because I know you got something going on a couple of times in February.
All right, no doubt. So this is the last year was the 50th anniversary of hip hop. This year would be the 20th anniversary of Memphis hip hop scene that we started years prior to 20 years, but more so organized in 2004 at the Precious Cargo under the group Iron Mike Coalition with ton of clones and other individuals and whatnot. So this year, rapping all year strong. So I got two shows. We got two shows in February 16th. This Friday, we bring a Marcel P. Black from Louisiana, by the way of Oklahoma, coming to Memphis to rock. We got Life's Lucky D Super RE Double. On the February 29th, a Thursday night, we rocking at the Growlers. March 3rd, we're going to be at Stacks rapping. In April, we'll be here in Memphis somewhere rapping. In May, the Undugu In June or July, we're gonna throw this Iron Mike Coalition 20th anniversary hip hop show. We just rapping all year strong. If it's an open mic somewhere, I'm gonna go there and rapping, rapping.
This is okay. So let me say this. This is what's funny to me about you and and when I say funny, I mean how I feel about what you just said and what you're talking about. Apparently, there's a difference between what you just said and what we hear on the radio, what may be coming out of your Spotify title, speakers. What is the difference between what is going on and what, or better yet, what's above ground and what you do seemingly underground? And not just you, those that are the like.
I see the string, the popular music geniusly is programmed to our people to sound a certain way, be a certain way. In my opinion, lack creativity and originality, but I might be wrong.
Okay.
But so I just think the difference is it's really hard to put in words, but you just have to see it. Most of the individuals who come and do their original style, or even if it is similar to some other people, they just present it. The presentation, when they present it in such a passionate way, you can see the passion in their eyes and in their performance. And just seeing it live is two different things than hearing it on the radio or listening to the recording. Just seeing the people. I hate the word express, sucker word. I just see the people perform and do that and display their deal on stage. You dig what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm terrible just like everybody else. It just might be more acceptable when you're in person. Right.
I can feel that. So basically, what really captivates the audience that you serve is the live performance of hip hop, the live performance of rap.
Yeah, in my opinion, yeah, true.
And to just take it one step further, I was watching a documentary. I want to say it was on Paramount, maybe it was on Netflix. Can't remember now. I think it was Amazon Prime. It's called Mixtape, and Mixtape talks about how the literal mixtape started out of live performances of hip hop. Right. And they talk about it, how just, the whole lineage of the mixtape, but really you just getting back to the roots of hip hop.
Right.
What you say?
I also would like to make mention that even though I present a different style, years ago prior to the pandemic, my goal was to infiltrate the gangster rap scene, in which I did. And I went and I visited the places where people who kind of do gangster rap more consistently get on the mic. So I went and I infiltrated those places like the Lil Chat open mic, so forth and so on. Lil Chat loves me. I like to say that out loud. And many of the other individuals, many of the other individuals, just because, I went fellowship with them, great people. We all just have a passion of doing our thing. And they liked what I did. I don't know, it was terrible, but they liked it anyway. And so I'm just what Rakim would call a mic fiend. You know what I'm saying? I was a fiend. No question about it. It's a real thing. You dig?
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Okay. It was so many different places I wanted to go. Time is slipping away from us. But one thing I knew above everything else, I had to ask this question. Years ago, and you work with young people. Years ago, I saw you post something. It said, grown people, and I'm paraphrasing. It said, grown people or adults do not allow kids to curse around you. That stuck with me. The hater. That stuck with me And I finally get a chance to ask you this question. Why is that so crucial to you?
Uh, Two of the most detrimental things I have observed, in my opinion, and being around youngins, is the usage of profane language and the N word. Horrible. The communication skills is ridiculous. Now, most of our conflicts that we got from social media and in person that start fights come from them not knowing how to talk to one another, all that cussing and so forth and so on. Even one of the other worst things is parents coming up here, going to different places, cussing out authority figures, but just because stuff ain't going their way. It's just part of horrible communication and not being able to be persuasive in a conversation and getting what it is you want and desire. So when you don't get your way, you use foul language and aggressive language, which all ends in conflict. But being around grown folks is a respect thing. You dig what I'm saying? We had different
Yeah.
ball games and arenas, and it's just a respect thing. We don't show respect at any level outside the house, in public, to authority figures, to managers, to bosses, to one another. It's our language is jacked up. Even in a lot of the podcasts, a lot of the videos that these people have, just loosely saying. I mean, in reality, you can say and do whatever it is you want to do. But I mean, in theory, you can. But in reality, it's a consequence for everything you do. I mean, it's like you shouldn't be able to cuss in front of grown folks. It's like a stripes thing. You don't just automatically go up in the rankings. You got to earn your way up. So you can't just be earning your way just to talk to grown folks the same way they talk to each other. They ain't on the same level. I asked this question many times to a high school. I said, is your brother and sister that's in elementary the same level as you? They always say no. So why you think you and grown folks on the same level then? Make it make sense. Just a respect thing.
Yeah. I can dig it. I can definitely dig that. I can definitely dig that. When I read that and saw that, it was powerful. I mean, truly. I mean, all jokes aside, I know the hater is it's a cloak. It's something. It's a character. But for you to say that,
it's not a split. It's not a. It's one. It's one person. There's one thing.
Okay. But on a serious note, for you to say that, it really made me think and look and like, yeah, they don't need to be cussing around me or any other person that is of age. And like my sister said, buying their own toilet tissue. She said, you're grown when you buy your own toilet tissue. I don't know why specifically toilet tissue, but hey, that's what she said. Nonetheless, if you ain't buying your own toilet tissue, you don't need to cuss around me. This is true.
Understood. This is true. Very true. Very true. Can't get all the privileges.
Just to reset, once again, this is true. This is true. Just to reset, we're with Jason, the hater, curator of the Undugu Hip Hop Festival. Real quick, Jason, when is the Undugu Hip Hop Festival? Where else will be? And what are some of the things that we can look forward to with this festival?
The Undugu Hip Hop Festival, Saturday, May 25th at the Small Room High Tone. It's our DJ exhibition night turntable extravaganza where our DJs spin, cut, mix, display what they got with a couple of MCs. On Sunday, May 26th at the Hip Hop Lounge in Raleigh. We're going from like noon to 6 p.m. in the middle of the day. MC Mania. We rapping all day, non-stop, rhyme after rhyme after rhyme. Monday morning, we waking up and going to, no doubt.
Go ahead.
Monday morning, we going to Toby Field. We're going to play football. My team versus whoever answer the phone and want to come out there and get whooped. I'm going to serve them like an old child as a waiter. And then night, we're going to end the festivities from 6 to 9. We're wrapping it up with some more raps at the House of M. Tenzi. I believe we're going to do the Ox Chord show. I'm going to have 2 Ox Chords. And whoever come with their instrumentals, Part of the festival. We rocking. One song after the next till it's time to go.
So basically, if you trying to get your thing on, if you think that you are an up and coming rapper, if you truly are of the genre, come there, black, white, indifferent, Asian, Hispanic. Hey, you can come and be a part of the Undugu hip hop.
The Undugu.
All right, hey, Jason the Hater. It's been a, you know what? I hate the fact that you came on this show. I feel like I need to boo you right now. Boo!
I want to make sure that I say to you, and for this opportunity, this grand opportunity, I want to make sure I say from the bottom of my heart, thanks for nothing.
Are you gonna perform Memphis? The song Memphis? You got to perform that joint for me.
It just depends on how I feel when I wake up that day.
Hey, everybody, this is Jason the Hater, the founder, curator of the Undugu.
The Undugu.
Make sure you subscribe and like to all his socials. As a matter of fact, Jason, what socials are you on?
Unfortunately, all of them. It's Google Jason the Hater. It'll take you to wherever you're trying to go. If you're trying to go there.
I can't even keep a straight face. But yeah, Memorial Day weekend of 2024. Make sure in Memphis at High Tones was one spot.
High Tone Hip Hop Lounge and House of M. Tenzi.
And House of M. Tenzi, man, we're gonna definitely support you, brother. Hey, once again, for real though, appreciate you for being a part of the hip of Surround Sound podcast for the day. All right?
Appreciate you. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Hey, you take it easy, my brother.
All right, my brother. Peace.